Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a lovely IWC pilot's watch, Doppelchronograph Spitfire. 44mm in stainless steel, this rattrapante chronograph is dedicated to the memory of the great Supermarine Spitfire fighter aircraft that, amongst many other landmark battles, fought the Battle of Britain. The Hurricanes went for the bombers and the Spitfires went for the 109s. Immortalized in Schaffhausen steel, this one is 44mm on my 16cm circumference wrist, and it wears quite easily. I expected a 44 to wear larger, especially given the big pilot-ish profile of the case. I didn't expect this to be a good fit for me, but I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14.5cm circumference. It will sit comfortably, even though it is big. It's 54mm from lug to lug, so there's going to be a little bit of lug overlap if your wrist is truly small, and it is a thick watch. This also snuck up on me. I would have thought maybe 15.5, but 16.7. You do get a Doppelchrono though, which means a remarkable complication previously available only in semi-bespoke timepieces during the 20th century. This is the double chronograph system invented by Richard Hobring for IWC, a revolutionary mechanism making this a historically important timepiece. The spacing between the lugs is 21mm, and I should mention that this reference was made from 2007 to 2011, so it didn't have a particularly long run, nor was it ever terribly common. So if you're looking for an IWC pilot's watch that's not generic, this is a great one. The strap is classical pilot's watch. Calfskin, medium brown, contrasting stitch, thickly cut with sheer sides showing the layers of construction. You can see it's calfskin on the underside, French made, nicely executed, probably by Camille Fournet, the OEM supplier to a lot of Richemont watch brands. The buckle is IWC, satin finished and polished. You can see the IWC logo, the satin finish, the polished bevels, and the handsome faceting. It's a good looking piece for a detail that's often overlooked by many brands. The flank of the case is simple. You know the IWC pilot's watch look. Blended lugs, you have a principally satin finish, but with a few nice highlights in high polish. You can see the red shoulders to the crown guards, or I should say to the guards of the pushers. There's a small red shoulder and a little bit of a sleeve to keep the pushers centered and secure. There's also a screw down crown with the IWC logo and motto, and there's a beautiful thin polished bevel that expands on the edge of each of the four lugs, and that's one of the handsome and understated details of this thoughtfully executed special series. Now, it's a special series, but not a limited edition. The first of the IWC Spitfires came out in 2003, and they've always been deluxe versions of standard line watches, typically expressed by upgraded dials featuring applique numerals, extravagant patterns, textures, and tones, and that's exactly what we have here. You can see the basic IWC pilot's watch aesthetic is preserved. Instrument-style numerals on a base with oversized broadsword hands, and the timepiece does feature contrasting sub-registers for chronograph minutes and chronograph hours, so you can see the most salient information. There are faceted apertures for the day and the date. You can see that all of the Arabic numerals, as well as the indices at the four corners, are applied rather than printed as they would be on the standard watch. Also appreciate the lovely satin steel-like finish of the center, which is a sunburst, contrasting, let's see if we can get a little bit closer here, with the matte or opaline frosted finish of the hour track, and you can see how the center dial is stepped up. You'll also appreciate the fact that there's a lovely anthracite track outboard for reading the chronograph seconds as well as the minutes, with Arabic numerals at the tri-quarters, 15, 30, 45, in a splash of red. Now, underneath the case back, IWC modifies a Valjoux 7750, part of their 79,000 series of movements. This is the split-second version of the 7750. So, modified by Richard Hobring in the early 1990s, he took what had traditionally been one of the rarest complications in horology, and he made it tank tough for sport-style watches. So this movement, though based on a 7750, is so comprehensively re-engineered by IWC as to be indistinguishable from a manufacturer movement. There's so much IWC watchmaking in here, you can call this an in-house caliber. It certainly features in-house engineering. Now, I'm demonstrating the split-second chronograph function that allows you to gauge the speed of, for example, two cars around a track, finding the split between them, whether it's waxing or waning, each time they cross a track. Of course, you can use this chronograph like a traditional chronograph, stopping, starting, and resetting, but why not play with the rattrapante? It's also a wonderful piece of horological theater for your friends. 60 meters water resistant with an anti-magnetic inner cage. It is both swimmable, at least shallow and on the surface, thanks to the screw-down crown and screw-in case back, and highly anti-magnetic. It also features stop seconds, so you can stop the seconds of the watch and you can set it precisely against a reference time. It also has a bidirectional quick set, and you can see I can set both the day and the date. The watch beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, so it is a standard modern high beat rate, highly sophisticated, and one of the engineering greats of the modern era, and one of the most visually appealing of the modern IWC Pilot series. If you want an IWC Pilot's watch, but you want one that doesn't look like anything else in the series, consider this IWC Pilot's watch Doppelchronograph Spitfire, reference 3718-06 on the watch box. We're back with the IWC Pilot's watch Doppelchrono Spitfire. As you can see, no less legible by night.